Hi folks, it's Switchback. Why on earth would you even want to use a pee funnel? I know that I was really resistant at first. When I'm backpacking, I don't have to take off my backpack in order to squat, which if you can pee and squat without taking off your pack, more power to you. I'm not that person. You also don't have to squat in tick-infested grasses or otherwise sketchy areas. Depending on the style, you don't have to pull your pants down, which means it's more discreet. You don't get cold, and your skin does not get exposed to insects and other issues. It's easier to aim into a pee jar with something like this. And I've even heard of a guy who used one to use when he was wearing heavy snow gear. In general, you don't have to squat, and if there's someone that's really difficult for physically, that can be really nice. If you're someone who identifies as someone who should be standing to pee, they're good if you have an overactive bladder, so interstitial cystitis, urinary urgency, just irritable bladder in general. They're really nice for sketchy toilets, like in gas stations, vault toilets, public restrooms in general. And it's really nice when you pull over to the side of the road to have something like this so you don't have to squat. It's way more covert than having to squat. Because of all of those, I suggest carrying one in your hiking gear and one in your car at least, but comment below where you carry yours. I have one full video that's explaining how to use one and how to choose a pee device, and I have that right up here. But in this video, I'm actually going to demonstrate how to use two very different styles of funnels, and I'm going to compare these two. I promise this is still going to be family friendly. I've been using the pStyle for a long time now, like over a year, maybe 2 years. But a creator of this device, the Oegteis is how I'm going to say it, I'm going to spell it out down here, reached out to me and offered this to me to try out. They did send this to me for free, so I will put that disclaimer out there. Quickly, let's go over how to use one. So whichever one you use, you want to make sure that the back of it is at the perineum or just in front of the perineum so that the urethra is clear inside the funnel. This is the pStyle, this is the back, and here's the front. And you're going to want to make sure that you have it far enough back, but that you're also leaning forward so that gravity pushes that urine this way. And make sure that the front end of this is clearing your pants and your shoes. And then this is the Oegteis. Again, I may be saying it wrong. This is the back of it, this is the front, and you can use the extender on it here. And again, this needs to go behind your urethra, so at the perineum is usually ideal. Cup this against you, and you want the front of it to clear your pants. Now, that may be easier or harder with the extender. Your mileage may vary. I have had it fall off before, so I personally don't use it with this. I also like to use them with a Kula cloth for when I'm done. Now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of these two with multiple factors. The pStyle on my home scale, just by itself, without the Ziploc bag that I store it in, is 0.78 ounces or 22 grams. Inside the Ziploc bag, it's 27 grams. So either way, it's under an ounce. The Oegteis without the extender is 2.29 ounces or 65 grams. And with the extender, it's 2.68 ounces or 76 grams. So out of those two, the winner is the pStyle for weight. For the material, the pStyle is a rigid plastic, and so you can really cup it up against yourself and it's not going to collapse at all. The Oegteis is silicone, and so it's softer up against your skin. It wasn't as big of a collapsing issue as I thought it might be, at least for me. But I did see reports online of people saying that it was an issue for them. So on this one, the winner just depends on the person. For size and bulk, clearly the pStyle is the winner. For ease of use, the pStyle you can use without pulling your pants below your butt, which for me is huge. You have to angle it forward so that it flows forward. You can scrape yourself clean. It's very unlikely to backflow with a fast urine flow rate unless you're leaning backward. With the Oegteis, you have to pull your pants down. It might work better with a skirt or a dress, which is not how I roll on the trail. You don't have to be as precise with the stance, like leaning forward. It's too soft to scrape yourself clean, and there is the optional extender, which again, it has fallen off for me, so I don't personally carry it. It's probably easier to pee into a pee jar or bottle with the Oegteis, and it doesn't backflow as easily as I thought it might. The The winner on this one just depends on the circumstances. For cleaning, the pStyle is really easy to rinse and to wipe dry. With the Oegteis, it's easy to rinse it out, but it's really hard to get down into that funnel to dry it out. So on that one, the winner is the pStyle. For comfort, the pStyle is more stiff, but it's still comfortable for me. And the Oegteis is softer, and I was concerned that it might pull on hair, but that really hasn't been an issue for me. So really, I'm going to say these were a tie. Comparing the two companies, pStyle is a US-made, woman-owned business. They use varying folks in their messaging, like non-gender conforming people, people with different physical restrictions, different sizes, shapes, and colors. And they now have a recycled ocean plastic option. They also have various skin toned option, which again, especially if you're someone who is not gender conforming, or you're someone who identifies more as someone who should be standing to pee and you might be in a public restroom, that can be really affirming. For the Oegteis, it's a Chinese company. There wasn't a lot of information online about them. It comes in a 2-pack, and both options come with pink. So there's a pink and purple option or a pink and black option. And so if you're someone who's not into pink, like my wife, for example, she will not use something that's pink. So she got the black one. So as far as comparing the two companies, pStyle wins out on this. As of today, at the time of filming, the cost of the pStyle by itself, no sack, no anything else, is $11.99, and that's whether it's on the pStyle website or on Amazon or anywhere else. They do sell sacks separately, so you can kind of mix and match and choose what you want. The Oegteis is $11.99 for 2 of them, and each of them come with their own sack. So on this one, Oegteis is the winner. Both of them are dishwasher safe and ultimately easy enough to rinse out on the trail. For me personally, the pStyle is the clear winner, and that's what I'm going to continue to use on the trail. I'd love to hear your experiences with either these or other pee devices down in the comments below. I hope this at least entertained you, and if it did, be sure to like it and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Away you go. A stand to bee device. Okay. A stand to bee hey.